as we work to make the JUTC efficient. That is why the government is making this push to nationalize the JUTC, so that we can go around and carry our elderly. Our elderly who work hard and build this country deserve that in their later years the government is taking care of them. I don't ever want to hear Andrew Holness go on any platform and tell you, say, when I go visit the labor right there, who work for the party for Siaga days, I may look up to the sky, I look right through their roof. I never want to hear Andrew Holness make a statement like that. In fact, I don't wish to hear another PMP supporter make that statement. That's why this government is looking after our elderly. Even the old dinosaur them, we don't know better, we don't know so they need it. We not leave them out. We're not leaving them out. Right? So, more than 250,000 jobs created since 2016. That cut the unemployment rate by 10.4%. 10.4% cut in the unemployment rate. Unprecedented. There has never been any major job creation under any PMP administration. They had job reduction. Under Michael Manning chase out the business class, and the PJ Patterson destroy them. That cost the country jobs. Those cost the country jobs. We create jobs. We bring in the BPO sector. Ingram, come off of my platform, sir. Go somewhere else. I don't have time for no. I don't have time for no, Ingram. Election call. I no waste time for shitos. I no waste time for shitos, Ingram. Right now, be consider you to be a shitos. So right now, I go toilet, I shit, I wipe my body and flush. I no mingle with shit. And right now, Ingram, I consider you shit. I consider you that, Ingram. So me continue. Lowest unemployment, we cover that. Minimum wage, we cover that. Right? The strongest and strongest stable dollar we have. We now have $5.7 billion in our reserve. No man, no black him clean green man, no black him. Just want you mute him. No black him man, if you come there man. Unblock him and mute him. In fact, I never want you mute him, just unblock him. No, just unblock him, no you mute him. Right? We have $5.7 billion in our reserve, the strongest it has ever been. The strongest it has ever been, our national. Now, let me show you that PMP or their supporters don't understand the importance of the national reserve. When the PMP was in power, for many of them to the 80, we have a negative reserve. Michael Manley, from as far back as 1974, when he won in 1972, he got a net NIR of $146 million. It took him 2 years to waste that. Clean green, that one day you can block, I mean, I know it. When the JLP, when the PMP took office, no, 146 million, that time they will never reach billion yet, man. That from 1972. 1972. We never reached billion yet, but 146 would have been equated to probably the billion now. Michael Mann, we are starting at 2 years. 2 years. So we move from 146 million to minus 600 million in 2 years. Minus $600 million in 2 years. That's what them say. A long time the voice out there circulate with KD. All of them cuss him. None of them don't like him. I told him give KD that a seat. Why KD changing tune? Now, man, they do that to us. Siaga came in. Where's it do what? All right, good question, Kemi. Michael Manley embark. I don't want to dwell on this too much because I just try to get to a point. But let me tell you. Michael Manley embarked on a series of what we call crash program work and giveaways. It's like you see the same thing like how Mark Golding, every platform in go on, him promise $1 billion to somebody. You notice every platform in go $1 billion for that, $1 billion for that, $1 billion for that. It was the very same mentality that Michael came in with. Give away the people the money. Michael Manley gave away so much money because he said people have to go farm. He said people have to go farm. And that was a brilliant idea, you know. Never wrong with the idea, don't get me wrong. But what you needed was to implement these ideas with guardrails. So when he did that, then just give out money to people. And all that happened is that Z90 and Honda 50 became the two most popular bike in Jamaica. Everybody, every PMP supporter own a Honda 50 or a Z90. When them dirty, them use red stripe beer and wash them. That's how money did a run. 2 years later, the country broke. Michael Manley had to go to the IMF hat in hand and beg money. That is how the International Monetary Fund, they say the same thing with them people, of course. That is how it entered into Jamaica through Michael Manley. Michael So anytime you not pass Common Live and you hear them talk about IMF, just remember, IMF didn't mean his manly fault. IMF used to stand for his manly fault. IMF is manly fault. And that's what we get to where we are. When Siaga came in, he paid lose power in 1989. The NIR was negative 300 million, coming from negative 600. He did a good job. I am a PMP, but I love this negative aspect of info. No, Kemi, listen to me. If there's one thing with me, my friend, I always encourage people to research what I have said. Something I've always encouraged my boss. I mean, no different. I encourage anything you come here and you hear me say something, me encourage people to go research it and come back to me. If you find which part me mislead or lie, point it out to me. But that's what I encourage my brethren. Because my argument can always stand up to scrutiny. Yes, David Watt. That's where IMF stand for his manly fault. That is what it stands for, his manly fault. So Michael Manley is the first Jamaican Prime Minister to have taken IMF money. None before him. The first Jamaican Prime Minister to have stand up to the IMF and say, listen to me, I will not implement the draconian measures, was Edward Philip George Siaga. Yes, the first government of a third world country to stand up against the IMF and say, I will not implement UNO measures unless, in fact, the challenge that Siaga gave them was to show me where these measures work if you don't want me implement them in Jamaica. And so when Siaga did that, the very same CIA, where the PMP them love to talk about. When Siaga refuse, the very same people them went for Michael Manley, brush him off, take off him bush jacket, put on a suit and tie, and return him to power in a 1989. Very same CIA did it. All because Siaga said, listen to me now, me no puppet. So they find somebody who was so hungry for power, who was willing to be the puppet, that then put him back in. But honestly, I was trying to teach people to understand the importance of the NIR. I was having a conversation with a PMP supporter over there, and him threw this out as an insult. This is what I'm saying to me, but he meant it as an insult. But to me, no better, me take it as the compliment that it is. He is saying that the Bank of Jamaica had to intervene in the market so long because the dollar would have run away. Because the dollar would have run away. That's why we have a strong NIR to defend the dollar. The reason why the dollar run away under the PMP. Jaden, you did there listen to me, you know, so nobody go on like a lie. You was there listening. It was an live, you know, Jaden. Jaden, it was an VG live, Jaden. I don't lie me I tell. I think the guy was shit do him name again, man. I soon tell you name. It was a secret. It was on VG live him say it, man. It was on VG live him say it. Right? But that was his story. Oh, the government have intervened in the market. Yes. That's why they are there. Thank you, Marshall. You're there. Yes. That is why we have a strong NIR to defend the Jamaican dollar anytime it comes under attack. So, because they don't know the importance of the NIR, neither the one up at top nor the one on the bottom, they don't know it. That is why it is so goddamn dangerous to think of these people ever being in charge of Jamaica again. It is so dangerous to think of that because they don't know the importance of it. Is so dangerous to think of that because they don't know the importance. Strongest NIR. Price kept steady. Inflation steady at 3.8%. Inflation is steady at 3.8%. Front of the line. I would have loved for you to join me for a couple of minutes and I always come to your yards about and you visit somebody where can talk to you. Right? This government has made 14,000 positions permanent throughout all ministries. So people who did the on contract, who never have no pension to collect when them done, have been made permanent under this government. 14,000 and counting. Government workers far better paid with the reclassification going on. We have held close to 50 job fairs right across the island, matching people with opportunities. Matching people with opportunities. 50 job fairs so far. Consistent economic growth, even coming out of COVID plus a hurricane. You don't need to come and tell me that, my brother. You don't need, I know me you must tell that. Tell your supporter them. I know me you must tell that. Which info you want to know where to find, Jaden? I've said a lot of things. Which info? Tell me which info you want and I'll point in the direction. Tell me which I've said a lot. Tell me which info you want to know. Well, I thank you for coming to listening. As I said before, you know, gentle people. As I said before, I urge, don't listen to me. Go do some research. That's what me want. That's what me encourage, you know, people go do research. So, you know, if you come and call me, say me I tell lie. I am not instructing anybody to believe me or only listen to me. I am encouraging people to go find out for yourself if me I tell lie. That are my instructions. So no waste of time. Don't type say me I tell lie. We have reduced the online. We have increased the online shopping limit for taxes. We have increased the travel limit for duties while coming in. More money in your pocket. Tell you where to find what, Jaden. You know, tell me where you look for it, sir. You keep asking, you tell you where to find it. Where to find what? This man keep asking me where to find it, and I ask him over and over where to find what, and he can't tell me. Bridget, if you don't know where you look for, not even me can help you. Unless you know what you are looking for, not even God himself can help you find it. You have to at least know where you look for. For the first time, we created an opportunity for all Jamaicans to build wealth by selling off government properties through IPOs rather than sell it to private people like under the previous administration. Yes, this government has sold government assets to its people so that everybody can create a little wealth on the Jamaica stock market. Now, let me flash back on your mind a little bit. When, you see, they now you call me propagandist. I ask you what information you need. You can't tell me what you need. You are unable to articulate what you need to go research. So your answer to that is to call me propagandist. And not my fault, Bridget, that you're stupid. You want to know something, but you don't know what you want to know. I mean, if you help you, me can't help you, sir. If you don't know why, if you can simply ask a question and say, Chuck, you speak on this matter, where can I find this particular information? You are unable to articulate that. So your answer to that is to call me propagandist. Reggie, I know my fault, you're stupid, you know. You can't blame me for that. Can you imagine if when the JPS was being sold, if the government of the day did have the fortitude to come up with a plan and say, let us sell it to the Jamaican people through the stock market, raise the necessary funds, and improve the JPS, and as it gets better, the people of Jamaica will get rich. Can you imagine that idea in a 2000? Yes, we're gonna, the JPS need a couple $1 billion to improve the infrastructure. Yes. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna sell it to the Jamaican people by way of an IPO. Raise the money. So when it do better, the people of Jamaica can reap the benefit. Can you imagine if the then government had that idea, the same idea what this government have with places like Wigtown, with Farm, with the highway company. Places like Wigtown, with Farm. Remember, it was this government that put your poor people on the stock market, you know. That's up yourself connecting. If the PMP did have this very idea when they were selling JPS, sell it to the people of Jamaica by way of the stock market. Make the billions where you want to make. But you know something? The PMP kept the stock market as a secret. Only Mark Golding and Peter Bunting and their friend didn't know nothing about investing in the stock market, you know. Andrew Holness and Nigel Clark say poor people can go up on stock market too. Yeah? And it's for this reason, why them come and try to tell you, say, boy, me no know how you get money, you know. But then release, and even though the very same party release the information of how Andrew getting money, not one PNP blogger know, because guess what? They not even read what their own party put out. So they say them a launch manifesto this evening. How the hell PNP support are going to know in a manifesto and they don't read? How the hell does a PMP supporter will know what is in the manifesto when we have evidence the PMP don't read? I'm sorry for them. Jamaica's economic transformation has been globally recognized. International groups such as the UN, the World Bank, the IMF, the IDB now views Jamaica as a model of economic turnaround. Now, why is it important to mention these things? Because these very organizations used to laugh after Jamaica. These very organizations used to have Jamaica as the butt of their jokes. When any IMF or World Bank meeting are going to start, the question they would ask before chuckling and giggling was, Jamaica fail yet? Jamaica collapse yet? That was their question. Now they're telling people, go down to Jamaica and look what they are doing. They are encouraging the Caribbean to study what Jamaica is doing. They are encouraging African nations. Look. In fact, they've even encouraged the great United States of America. Say, look what Jamaica is doing. Why? May I tell you the truth in the sexy order? Me happy only one. Because if I did ever two of him, Jamaica would have done for. Right? That is where we are. Yeah, but you're right, Zelbon. Isaac Buchanan, a PMP candidate, say the people where I represent are so stupid that even if he put out in plans, they are not smart enough to understand it. Kizzy, me babes, you are going. Kizzy, when you fly, I send you Melissa when I want from over, so you know. Yeah, Kizzy, tell me when you fly, I send you Melissa. You can't come in and not bring in legacy for me. You stay there, and that's where I live. You have to bring in legacy for me when you come. Don't worry, when we want in a backer, you know heavy, you want to take up more space. All right. Yeah, man. But when you can't come and say what Mark is here, we got the only one. We couldn't take two either. Right? So was I. You can, yes. First ever local currency bond issued overseas. The first ever Jamaican currency bond was issued overseas. Now, do you know the kind of confidence where people have in the Jamaican dollar to have purchased a Jamaican dollar bond on the foreign market? That is it. Well, Care, me this is DMN on a platform, you know. I make a speech, you know. And I Mark Golden, me see a whisper in my ears, I tell him what he say, you know. Marky G did a whisper, so Marky G was helping him with his homework on the stage. Right? So there you, that is where you have it, the first ever. So people must have confidence in the Jamaican dollar and confidence in the Jamaican government to have taken up a Jamaican dollar issued bond. Do you think under any PMB government they did ever have the vision? They did ever have even the vision to post a bond in a Jamaican dollar? All of the high interest rate bond with them PS, all of them was US dollar. That means that every single time the dollar devalue, the balance of payment go up. That's what PMP do to we. They like to tell this story about, oh, when Bruce Golding come, Bruce Golding double the debt. Not with borrowing. Not by borrowing. They did double because of the sugar place them where them run down, here Jamaica where them give away, and all of those loss making assets. They like to claim, say, oh, this economic recovery happened over both administration. Andrew is kind enough to acknowledge the PMP rule. Andrew is kind enough to acknowledge the PMP rule. Me not think them have nothing to do with our recovery. Bruce Golding set it and Andrew come bill it. What the PMP did was delay it. Me not so gracious to them like Andrew. Oh. The divested Kingston Wharf resulted in massive extension and significant job creation. More funding provided by the DBJ for grants and low interest loans for small and medium-sized businesses, plus simplified process and reduced upfront fee. So we are making it easier for people to start business. Business and consumer confidence reach an all-time high. More people are invested and spending because they trust where the country is heading. The only persons who not believing in the country right now are comrade. We issued our brand spanking, probably somebody note. Inclusive approach to trade missions. When we are going on these missions, we bring not only government, but business people. Right? We bring business people on these missions, not just government. Because government don't know all. So when we are go over, they go sign these trades deal, we need business people. And now, to the greatest health minister we have ever had, Dr. Christopher Tufton. The greatest health minister that we've ever had. What has Dr. Tufton delivered so far? Upgrade 138 health centers across the island with better facilities, more doctors, and longer opening hours. Build new health centers so that people can get care closer to their home, especially in rural Jamaica. So we've upgraded 130, I didn't put the number, but we built quite a few. I think we've gone over 50 new ones. I will have to check that number. Don't hold me to it, please. Train and hire 1,000 community health aides. These are people that will walk around and check on the elderly. These are people that will walk around and check on the elderly. Iceman, you have to be a bit more specific. You have to tell me which part of the bullshit them about. You can't just call out bullshit. Trained and hire over 1,000 community health aides. People to walk around and check on your elderly. So if you're a foreigner, your mother live alone, we put back in the community health aid and we just go around and check on them, check them blood pressure, them diabetes, make sure they might eat. Yes, this government introduced that. Introduce electronic health record. 13 major facilities, making patient information easier to access. So if you come from Mandeville and you come at town and you feel like you have a little headache and you're popping at the hospital, the doctor should be able to go on the computer and find your information found on Westmoreland. And you say, oh, the doctor did prescribe this for the last time, I can give you some of this. More people understand the significance of that, you know. When the doctor, when you left from down at Westmoreland, and you end up a KPH for a little headache, the doctor can go on his computer and find out. Brethren, why, if you are so confident at that, now come here so come tell me. Why? Let me ask you this. All I want to come right. You never see me in a phone live or typing on no chat yet? You don't know why? Because me not have nothing to worry about. As I told one this morning, me no want nothing. Me have 49. Me no need that thing for one. I no want something. You see, me not have much time for no today. Me have a little bit of time, you know, so. Little bit of time, yeah. So if you want to do something, me say J Brian have a non-brief flight. You can go over there go join him. You know J Brian? You see me have a live where he said the entrance fee, you not have to wear no brief, so I think you should go and join him. Yes. Thank you. Right. So that is something that is good. Right. Yes, we performed the first robotic surgery in Jamaica. First robot in our health sector where they say mash down, you know. We were able to do this. Install modern CT scan machine, mammogram and X-ray machine. Now, this is something where the PMB they love to be alive until they say, oh, they will not have no CT scan machine. Them tell you that because when they demitted office, they left none. You remember, you know? That's why them depend live. I tell you, say, no, in there because them never left none. But I can tell you that Christopher Tufton as health minister has so far purchased 6 CT scan machines. Now, of course, that's not enough. Our goal is to have one in every major hospital across the island. But that won't happen overnight, the people. We're building. Modern CT scan machine. Near completion of the first children and adolescent hospital in the English-speaking Caribbean. First, major hospital upgrades at Anato Bay, Black River, Bustamante, Chapelton, Falmouth, Lionel Town, Linstead, Maypen, Noel Home, Spanish Town, and Savala-Namar. Building a wing at the Bustamante Hospital so that parents can stay overnight. So I build one hotel up there so the parents can sit in and have to go home. We have expanded the NHF. We have expanded drug serve. We have added cancer coverage to all of these. We have spilled more prescription under drug serve than any other time in its history. From 1 million in 2016 to 3 million today. Them have the new denture program, Second Chance Smile, Limb for Life, Free Health Check, National Mental Health Campaign, National Mental Health Hotline, Mobile Wellness Unit. Remember, all of these things, you know, are from a health sector where they might tell you, say, oh, it mash up, you know. They might tell you, say, mash up. All of that, when me just read, come from a health sector, they might tell you, say, mash up. Mash up. Thank you, people, again. If you follow the utterances of these PMP bloggers on social media, and I can tell you, I know for a fact that they get their cues from the very same people up at top. So any sector you hear them weak under are the sector where the leadership weak under. They don't know what is happening. In fact, I don't know, them don't care what is happening in health. They don't care about nothing. All these people care about is power. That is their main interest. Not helping anybody, gaining power. So they can enrich themselves. They have done it before. Blackheart, you want to say something?
Why it surprised me, sometimes some people overfeel who make some talk. Trust me. They don't visit Jamaica better. We go power boy like this. We pass through power like this one name what? One Kevin our name. Yo, them the boy from back at Jamaica. They stay out of fee.
Listen, I'm telling you something about one Kevin. One Kevin don't have any ties to Jamaica whatsoever. He speaks and he calls Jamaica because he wants to get relevant in dancehall. He don't have any ties to Jamaica. He don't know anything about Jamaica. I don't think he has been to Jamaica 10 times in his life.
Virgin.
In fact, as according to Tony Mataran, he was married to another man in Atlanta. That's how we get. He not have nothing to do with Jamaica. Me not pay them mind. They not have no ties to Jamaica. He not no family of Jamaica. He only use Jamaica name because he say he's a selector and he more relevant. And the only way you can get relevant is if you say Jamaica. He not have no other ties to Jamaica.
People don't think so.
And because Mark Golden is promoting J. Bryan, he is sympathetic towards that. All right, go ahead.
Another thing, the PMP bloggers, them, Virgin, the image we put about Jamaica, Virgin, just me very disturbing. Very disturbing, Virgin. And me, the youth, me a really hard man today. And not for them PMP that were there for you. And them saying when I'm supposed to be killing us in Jamaica. I can't tell you that. Because they don't believe in their country. They say everybody don't have to stand dog. And if the true culture elevate now, nobody has to come back, then it's not making that like anymore. If it's they lose power. Same way.
Yeah, man. They have the power over Jamaica one time. Every time they get a call, somebody will beg them something.
Yeah. Lord, he rough. No, nobody will come back and say rough. And this and that. When you go to Jamaica, people in Jamaica live better life than them. And if I don't have no yard to go back to. Virgin, Jamaica come far away, Virgin. I will talk to one you about the school bus. I call them say, I say, let me tell something here. Then the school bus came and got school 30 years ago. And then the school bus is still around the century. Because enough of them in a PMP time, they never civilized. We go up to my district, we go up to civilized district. Virgin. You see what I say? And anything to do for country, good for country, PMP don't love it. First time, when you pass for a black hospital, you have a cock your nose. Tell me I tell you that.
Nowadays,
people used to fear to the
you see, come September morning, a rural school bus system will be rolled out.
I know that.
Come, no amount of talking, no amount of bashing, no amount of lying. Can't stop it. It will go happen. Not because an election, but because the people in rural Jamaica deserve a school bus system. That's what happen. I don't follow what they say about it.
So whenever a government can give back to you, give back service to people them, Virgin. But the service the PMP want, and then hand, individually, and then hand, they don't think about the community.
Individual. They don't like organize. They don't like organize. They like benefits that they can politicize and give out to one and two man, or they can manipulate for themselves.
Exactly.
That is why the material say for them both idea, if you just get some people can sign up.
Yeah.
And I will pay them. So you know what will happen? Every PMP member of parliament will own 50 taxi. They carry the gas. And then they milk the system.
Exactly.
While the parents will be no better off. None. But the Jamaica Labour Party, they are going to introduce a government-run rural school bus system. Now, is it going to be perfect from day one? No. We are going to have some hiccups. But as the hiccups then come, we learn, we iron them out, and we move forward. Simple, no better, no worse. Simple like that.
Bridget, look,
Right.
since the Liberal government take over JTC from 2016 till now, much people here forget fire up there, much people here forget lock up and charge for keeping an island or something. That's why the country couldn't go down further.
I mean, the recent announced that they have saved over $1 billion because of the theft of fuel. They have saved that.
Okay.
And by saving that, the government is able to give the students of this country free ride.
Yes.
And not only the JUTC, but also the rural school bus system.
Yes.
Free.
Me and my talk about who Andrew a bad man running market or something, brethren. God know. Mr. Brethren, if you could admit to your life, brethren, trust me. Yo, let me tell you something here. When Andrew seen there for 2 more term, Jamaica gonna be like a paradise. It just put me back to the 80s when everybody responsible for everybody wants everybody happy. Not to tear on each other again. You can't even want to go country where you can't walk over there so because of the control over there, so Danak or something. What can go so?
When this government done with Jamaica, the only done that is going to be left here is Clarendon. And if it talk too loud, we change the name too. The only done we are going to left in Jamaica is Clarendon. And anyhow it make nice, we change it name from Clarendon. No more done. Right? We are building a country. Now, what we have in the argument is that the PMP and their supporters want this party to do in 9 years what they could not have done in 18, in 22 years them in a power. And they have never done that. So we are doing it. We are building. Come September morning, that bus system will be rolled out. Nothing now stop it. Come September morning, the Spark program will continue. Nothing now stop it.
So, blessings to each and everyone, and blessings to all of the people that will listen. And I listen carefully to go put them X right side of the bell to keep Jamaica moving forward. We're not, no trial and error, we're not trying to find out that. But I hear you talking some things, yeah? And you would say that the PMP would give money to a certain set of people to have the sugar rush, the feel good. And then that talking would spread amongst them as if things are going. You see, the difference between the Jamaica Labour Party and the People's National Party, we always point out policies to let the Jamaican people understand the difference in policies and how policy change their life. The Jamaica Labour Party use the institutions of government. So what the Jamaica Labour Party do is strengthen the institutions of government and then say to the people, we will put funds in the Minister of Labour. We will put funds back into the tax office so that you can get the money. All you have to do is go through these programs. It is not us is going to decide if you get back the money or you supposed to get help. Everything that Jamaicans do, the PMP would have to be taking something from them or signing a contract with a company that takes things from them rather than give them anything or rather than let them benefit in terms of it is contributing to the society. So the people are benefiting. The PMP don't do that. They are finance capitalists. Yeah? One of the worst capitalists.
And they have very simple. But on the other side of that, Omaro, you would have state capitalism. That was Siaga's mother.
Philip George Siaga.
Edward was state capitalist. Siaga believed that the state must own certain industries in here and use it to serve the people.
In
Like
every
JPS, Petrojam.
in every developed nation, the state played the biggest role in every country's development. From Britain Industrial Revolution, come to America Revolution, where the state played the biggest role in education and the highway system and the dams and all different type of sector in America to develop. And then you have the Chinese take the same model, Singapore take the same model, all of the Asian countries that are developed take the same model. But they call it in economics, they call it kicking away the ladder, where the Americans, when they use it and the Europeans use it to do what they want to do, now they kick away the ladder so that the other countries cannot use that model to develop their country. They use finance capitalism that keep them in bondage. Yeah? That is the greatest thing, state capitalism. The government plays its role by balancing business and the government, that no one overrun the other. They keep a balance within the structure. Because if you let one system overrun the next system, it's only going to please that interest rather than please the people's interest. So the balance, that's where Siago, they couldn't have used him to destroy Jamaica.
Go ahead, Astute.
No, man, I was just saying they have successfully managed to mask themselves as socialists and to demonize state capitalism. Because in the 80s and early 90s, they might say, oh, JJP are just for the rich. Not explaining to the people the economics behind the governance. That if you create social policies, and a wish and dreams make these policies come about, you have to fund them. And when we talk about public-private partnership, it is made to seem as this. And it's funny, the same men who are private entities, who operate as private entities, try to demonize public-private partnerships to say, oh, they might get foreign investors to come in our place, come take out all of the money and carry away. No go so. But they have successfully, and that is why you have so many political garrisons being
But let me ask you,
of the PNP.
ask you, while Mark Bowling and Peter Bunting position themselves as this type of virtue in Jamaica, are they not good? They currently have a company, Proven Investment Limited, but they are performing capitalist venture in another man's country.
Exactly.
Who are totally against this type of politics and this type of ideology. Why are you setting up shop in another man's country?
Exactly. But the people, that's why I said they have successfully managed to keep the people dumb and have them like fools. But now we have the internet. And like back in the days where the media houses, you have only one.
Road on that street. Angel?
Yeah, we don't have that anymore. We have the internet now. And the internet is the worst thing that happened to them.
Give me 2 minutes. Right back.
Could be the worst thing that could have happened to the People's National Party right now. And you still have people out there who say they're going to vote for these people and say they love Jamaica. I don't get it. Even if you're not in a sense, even if you don't understand economics to no level at all, you're blind. But no, say you're living in your community for how many years and you never see a drop of water out of your pipe. Even so, notwithstanding that, look at the constituencies that are in the most deplorable of circumstances. Just look at it. The other day, when it was a local government election, by the time you say who that peer scandal are the ones that was taken over by the People's National Party. Why? And you want to tell me that these are the people who want to, it shall never happen. We even hear people say, they're going to vote out this prime minister. Crazy.
I hear you mention something about water, and I want to play a video because I heard it today. Just listen to this. It's Diego, but just listen to the type of lies and misinformation that people go on and spread. And yeah, people will sit down and listen to them and believe that this is actually true.
No, I recently she carry water on her head because no water.
Yes, I recently she carry water on her head.
Yeah, because water you see.
So wait, no. So under the PNP government, all the household did have pipe. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
How are you saying?
How we run the pipe?
Then all my granny never get no pipe.
Water commission on the pipe, man.
Hold on, no, man. Then all my grandmother never get pipe.
Me I tell you. Why?
So you mean if you tell me say my grandmother community in the West never have no pipe? So you mean let's keep out my grandmother community?
Probably she never wants. You have to stop one old people, you know.
Yeah, they. How you say?
Yeah. They're not true.
So the whole community, whole community never want to buy. So them intend to cure water all of their life. Cause my granny died at 92. So yeah, tell me.
I can bet you currently right now.
Sir, I am asking you, what is the policy of Mr. Jefferson? I want to know who am I going to give me water. It me want to know.
Listen, because tell you one a while ago, I don't want years. Clearly, you don't want.
No, but what you going to tell me? Say, am I going to give elderly flat rate? Or am I going to give flat rate without pipe? When am I going to turn on?
Listen to me, I said to you. You currently have an MP that is a Labour. Am I correct?
Whoever MP is Labour, right?
You, where you live right now, or where your house is, it's a Labour right there, MP.
Look here, friend, me live, sir. Me not have no MP we are Labour, right?
You don't have no house in Jamaica.
Me not have no MP we are Labour, right?
You say if you don't have a house in
Me say me not have no MP we are Labour, right, sir?
You have an MP, we are PMP.
Me not have no MP we are Labour, right? Look here. The whole of Westmoreland is a PMP die-hearted and the people don't have no pipe.
So who are the MP for Westmoreland right now?
Well, look here. Where you come question me for? You know, just say PJ run the entire country with pipe.
Who are the MP for over
So why you ask me that for? You know, say the people that run pipe.
Because you have a Labour right.
Then if they look at, sir, then look at. Then if you said, if you said PMP, if you said PMP run the entire country with pipe, why we're discussing water right now?
Exactly, because listen to me, I said to you.
So you mean to tell me that this and you Prime Minister just come on and turn off the entire water? So?
Yeah, I'm wicked like that.
Oh, so them did have pipe already and the Prime Minister just come and turn off the water so nobody can get water?
Listen, JLP has run this country for 30 years. 31. Listen to me, I said to you, man. Educated, man. JLP more. You understand what I say? And they are feel the Jamaican people. And they got a stint run in terms of a 9, call it 10 years. And a radam by.
I mean, that's
He's trying to get into that live, you know, but she wouldn't add me.
yeah, but to tell you the truth, that lady has been beating the Prime Minister.
We know which MP, which live is that?
Hold on, give me a second. She has been beating the Prime Minister for the past 3 months regarding water in Westmoreland. And when I heard this piece of live, I'm like, wow. It's like she was transformed. She was asking pertinent questions to a man who comes talking about that the PMP run pipes in every single community, every single road in Jamaica. And the Jamaica Labour Party came and turned off this pipe.
Wicked act.
The man said, when she asked him, so wait, if pipe run at every community, that means that them bypass your community, say, yo, old people, them, some of them probably never do want water. The man said the old people them fix their ways and then they want to carry water on their head top for the rest of their life. That's the type of people that comes and go on the internet and tear down Jamaica.
Wow, but when he said the Prime Minister is wicked like that for turning off the water, that is the part that took me back. I'm saying, and people are really listening to these people? Wow.
Jamaica folks, I got to jump off and not stay along with them. But I heard something also today that was also disturbing. When you can hear somebody give an analogy to say that Andrew or go on a bill 1 house when he could build a scheme and put the people in, you know, and then he used the analogy by saying that if 5 of them is on the platform, and give each of them, or 4 of them on the platform, and give each of them 100,000, and out of the 100,000, 3 of them build one house, and 1 person use for them 100,000 build 50 houses. Which one of them better? I said, what a utter rubbish this is, because they don't understand the whole procurement plan. It have to go through a barrage of process before a house can build, and these things take time. So if I have a piece of land, right, that the house that I'm living in is leaking and it is torn down, right, but I'm living there same way, and the government offer to put a structure on this property for me to live in. Isn't that a better structure to put up? The man said, no, that's foolishness. What the government should have done is acquire land right around the area and build at least 50 houses out there so that it can host the intelligent people there. So I say, look here, that is utter rubbish. You know how long it's going to take for that one old lady to get somewhere to lay her head? You know how long it is going to take for them to even to start the foundation, much less to carry up a five-story rising building. The man said, government is not doing anything. The prime minister is not building any house. And what the prime minister does is to acquire the land and then pass it on to private owners. So the question is, does NHT build house? No, NHT don't build house. What NHT does is partner with private investors, and it's the private investors that build the house. So even if Andrew owners had passed on that onto a private investor, it's still connected through the house interest. And him going to take up the whole and lead the whole contract of building a house. So these are the things that the PNP them have up and going around talking about, and don't have no clue to whatever they're discussing and what they're saying. There's these propaganda rumors out there.
You skip the one.
don't have any clue.
So if I take up inner city people who are low income earners, whose educational status is, marginal, and I take them up from Kingston, where in Kingston they're hustling, they're selling they're selling the streets, they do odd jobs, they do minimum wage job, and I take them up and carry them to Clarendon, for example, outskirts of Clarendon. Do you think those people survive? If I go there and build 50,000 units out there and put them out there and say go live, do you think they will be able to survive? They will not be able.
It is going to take a while.
You have to create an environment around them for them to foster and grow. And while they're doing that, how people move around. You can't just get up and just take people out of your environment and go put them in somewhere because it feels like you want to build some house. That's
analyze.
Where we go and take up houses and put them in a swampland over there, you don't really care about them after that. You go on and say put it in a house. What type of
Give me a chance. May I say something? Because I have to leave now, yeah? So that's when I say something. And this is what I really want. Is that, you see, this election is about, it's about quite a bit of things. And I keep on saying that Jamaicans have something to go to the poll for, yeah? And basically, we keep on telling people what I am going to the poll because I want Darrell Vaz to be the one that negotiate the energy bill, yeah? And that is one of my main reasons to go out there and vote, yeah? But this election is going to be about young people making a vote for their future against people that are stuck in their ways of being from a community or being in a party where they have a certain belief. It's voting for a party. This is about young Jamaicans saying that we are voting for the future of this country. And we are not going to leave it up to people that are locked into their ideology or anything that they may come from a community or the older folks that are tied to the People's National Party. We are going to challenge them come this election, and we are going to outnumber them because with your number coming out, remember, you were out there when the tax return for over 270,000 now applied. We need enough to come back to apply again for when we are get out again. Yeah? This is about young people showing up and say the future of Jamaica, we going to take this into our hand. We now go wait out there and leave it up to nobody. We are going to tell you 6 a dozen, half dozen are the same and all these type of thing. Are they are accounting or whatever. We are going to take our future in our hand because the policies of this country will affect our living standard. So Jamaicans, it is simple, you know. Young people, come out, come win now. Choose Jamaica, vote for Jamaica. Yeah? Blessings and love to each and everyone.
Well said, well said.
Don't go yet, don't go yet. Philip Palwell made a presentation today to the PIOJ and its proposal to reduce electricity costs in Jamaica. He said he would focus on reducing theft, and also they would focus on reducing the overall cost of electricity to Jamaica. And 3, he would reduce the number of years the JPS license extend to from 20 to 10 years. But let me ask you a question. Who doubled the number of years in 2016 again?
Palwell.
So how did
Anything that is bad about JPS is Palwell. JPS is Palwell fault.
How the hell did this man have the mental capacity and audacity to come to Jamaica and tell us he will reduce something?
Did he tell you how he's going to reduce it?
No, he just said that he's going to slash the years. So the negotiation years, he's going to slash it from 20 years to 10 years.
But he's going to reduce the cost of energy?
I don't know. I don't know how that will reduce the cost of energy. Because
he's going to reduce theft, and that is going to reduce the cost of energy. What causes the cost of energy to go up? Is what drives energy, what creates energy in Jamaica?
Fuel.
Reliance on bunkers.
Do we control the fuel cost on the commodity market?
Nope. We're not producers.
So what innovative system that he can talk about to say he's going to control energy? All right, well, I'm tell you what innovative system the Prime Minister about.
We're not giving no
Don't give them the ideas. Don't give them the ideas.
Don't give them no ideas. Because
sorry.
Amalo.
Yeah.
Amalo.
Oh, sorry. Did I answer you like you're a boy? Oh, sorry,
Exactly. That's why I'm have to call your name again.
Good
evening to you, sir.
Let me put some tenderness. I'm not talking to Travi or none of them. Sorry.
I was just telling you good evening.
Good evening, Lashika.
All right.
Lashika, you
can't come down now. Come down now.
Lashika, you're work. Me I carry out, me I send you, me check,
And you know, after send me September 3rd night.
Okay.
All right.
you know, I wonder if I hear me. You guys hear me? No?
No, that's clear.
Yeah, yes, Benna, we're hearing you.
The thing is that the PMP built into the license in 2002 a mandatory, when I say a mandatory, I mean a mandatory 22.5% or 22.7% thereabout guaranteed profit for JPS. And that is why when people are stealing electricity, JPS is able to pass on that theft in terms of the consumers, the person who actually pays. PMP do that.
But when I remember said the wickedest part, is when Hurricane Beryl came, as Daryl mentioned, and them have this whole insurance thing where we pay every single month. And when our stuff are damaged, we have to go up, down, round and about. And they collected for their damages, but Jamaicans were not able to claim off that insurance policy. Exactly. That's how wicked that license is, or it is because it's still in place, right? The next thing, I think, is JPS pay OUR. So how OUR are going to be effective when they're going to protect them boss?
Exactly.
Crazy.
OUR should have been funded from taxpayers. That means the best interest would have been for the Jamaican people. Let us fund them. Guys, I wonder if the younger folks realize that since 2002, this country has been dwarfed by the policies, such as policies that the PMP gave or the mandate that they gave to JPS. The high cost of electricity has dwarfed, undermined the creative industry and the manufacturing industry of this country. The highest cost Not even labor cost. The highest cost to businesses, both medium, large, and small enterprises in this country is energy. And if we are able to clamp down on the cost of energy for production, Jamaica can once again reign supreme. And the PMP is not that government that is going to lead Jamaica into the Singapore that we dream of. We keep talking about Singapore and how we want. The PNP is not the government that is going to lead Jamaica there. Let me ask you, PNP has been campaigning for 4 years, Ashika. Have you heard a policy document, a policy statement, a policy position?
Nothing.
That is going to direct Jamaica.
Nothing. Anything
I
I
say this all the time.
Nothing.
I say this all the time that I will always listen to Dr. Holness, and I say this because when the man speak, you can see the plan. You hear me say when him talk, you can see the plan for Jamaica. And it's like it is laid out in front of you. I will never, ever forget. I think his 2024 budget presentation was one of the best. The one where the mic went and he started to sing, "Nobody Gonna Stop My Stride" or whatever. Right? I think that was one of the best presentation. If it's not that one, I think it was the one before, where he spoke about the GIS system, where he spoke about putting in postal codes, naming the roads, identifying the roads, where the irrigation system was going to be. Like, when I hear that man speaks, I know it is coming from a place of, I love you, Jamaica. I am doing the best for you. I will always listen when that man speaks. The next thing again was when he's talking about the urban center, and he started to speak about the history, what happened to the courthouse. Listen, you know, take no ordinary person to do. Mute Astute, please. It don't take like an ordinary man for just. I know Matt Golin couldn't do that. I'm sure, because he's not in tune to our history like that. So, speaking of policy, I think Andrew Holness already have basically the map for Jamaica of how things will be or should be in Jamaica. And we can see things shaping. And I don't know if you guys were also listening to the groundbreaking yesterday in St. James with the new hotel and the whole city that they have planned for that particular area. I don't know if you did listen to the plans them, right? Even if it not happen this term, or I hope things move, but trust me, I only need to go back and watch